This is my hydrodynamic model of a distillation tower. I have to say, this is the coolest Christmas present I've ever gotten in my entire life. You've got a tank full of water with a submersible pump. There goes the feed to the tower. The tower is water packed. And the flow from the tower goes out into the condenser. You can see my condenser half full of water. It comes out of the condenser and splits. It goes into two streams. One stream goes into this cool little gravity-fed funnel that bucket dumps. When the bucket gets full, it dumps into a little tank that overflows back into the reservoir. The other side the stream goes through a rototurbine flow meter, which is really just there to look cool, into another tank. That drops down into a siphon. The way this works is when the siphon tank gets full, which is a rather little slow process, water level gets up to the top of the siphon, it overflows, and the water drains out. Now, on the other side, at the midpoint of the tower, I've got a line that's going into the bottom of this weird looking little dome tank. And coming out of the dome tank, it goes into a tank here on the bottom. It has a spray nozzle. It has a float valve on the bottom. And the way it's supposed to work is that when it raises the flow comes out the bottom. But the float valve isn't working very well, and we haven't quite figured out why that is. But all in all, this is a very, very cool little thing. You have an ample supply of beams and girders to build your structure, and a whole lot of little plastic parts to build your tanks and your different containers with, and then you can run your piping to whichever way you want. And you've got little caps to plug off the parts of the vessels that you don't want to use, and you've got all kinds of little valves to balance your flow. It took us about 45 minutes to balance the flow to where everything would work all right. And it's just a little submersible fountain pump. So I have to say thank you to Santa Claus, aka Chad, for giving me this cool little gift that came from thinkgeeks.com.